Welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll once again here from the beautiful dirt track. It is Weedsport Speedway, the home of the best tour here this evening as we get ready to set these drivers loose. We get ready to go green flag racing. You guys know exactly what to do. Help get the video out there. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow button if you're new here. If you're watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button right now as we get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to duke it out as the big block modifieds are in the house here of Weedsport Speedway for another wild evening of racing action. Let's get it, baby, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know what to do. Woo! Oh! Oh! Let's go, chat. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, oh, this is going to be one epic night of racing action. A little bit of money on the line here for these drivers. They're going to look to cash in. They're going to look to pick up a bit of a payday here. That's the best tour back in action. Oh! Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, this is going to be a great time. This is going to be an amazing race. Another amazing event in Weedsport Speedway. No better place to get the big block modifieds onto the racetrack for a wild evening of action here in this one. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. Woo! Oh! Let's go, chat. All right, as we get a massive field of drivers ready to rock and roll, Joycelyn Fowler? Joycelyn coming in, hitting that subscribe button over on YouTube, becoming part of the PeaceMaker family, becoming part of the PeaceMaker Crew over there on YouTube. Hopefully, I didn't murder your name too bad there, Joycelyn. Hopefully, I didn't murder it too bad. Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson coming in, showing the love, smashing that heart reaction over on Facebook. My boy Shane Yates with the like and the share as well. What's good, Shaner? What's good, Mr. Yates? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, practice coming to a close. That means qualifying is underway. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack. They're going to get ready to rock and roll here and see if they can lay down the quickest lap possible to try to set them up for a great evening here this evening as they want to be on that pole position in their heat race. They want to be starting towards the front of the field. You don't want to have a bad qualifying run and be starting deep in the pack. It's going to be very tough to work yourself towards the front of the pack here tonight in this one. It's going to be very hard for these drivers to make moves, make passes, and get themselves to the front of the field. But nonetheless, we're going to see some great side-by-side action. The high side's going to come in beautifully. The drivers are going to be hooked up down the bottom side. We got a great field of drivers. See Jacob Lassiter out there in the Hot Lap Heroes number 51 ride, looking very strong as my boy Jordan LaFawn. Mr. LaFawn coming in, showing the love. How are you, Jordan? How are you, my boy? Jordan coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Mama Bear says hello, my boy Aaron. Mama Bear coming in, showing the love. How are you, Mama Bear? Mama Bear coming in, smashing the love here already in this one as we are live over on Facebook. We're live on Twitch, and we are live on YouTube. So if you guys haven't already, make sure to go check us out on all three of those channels. Make sure you drop some reactions on all of them. Drop some follows, some subscriptions, whatever you need to do. Go and show the love on all of them. Yo, Dustin O'Neill. What's good, Dustin? How are you, Dustin? Coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube as well as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here. Our first heat race of the evening is about to get your mom. Oh, freak your mom. Whose car is this? Who's got the freak you man, daddy, your mom? I don't even know what's going on here with this ride. Who, this Skylar Pruitt. Pruitt, what are you racing, brother? What is going on here with your paint scheme, my boy? Mr. Pruitt with a wild paint scheme here. As Charles Barnes currently with the quick time here in qualifying. Keith Hackney right there in position number 2. Dane Lloyd, Shane Yates, Jacob Laster rounding out our top 5 with Bryce Dickinson parked up there on the hill in the infield. They're in position number 6. Jacob Smith, Matt Fletchell, Jason Groh, Davin Markham rounding out our top 10. You're good. I like that. I like that you're good, Dustin. There's nothing wrong with being good, brother. That's for certain. As Keith Hackney's still out there on the racetrack. He's rolling around the track looking to get a little bit quicker here on his final lap. I'm not sure if he's going to get there or not as he heads down across the start-finish line. Josh Ely's going to jump out on the track as Keith Hackney with the quick time in the 91 ride. Hackney to the top of the speed charts. He did get quicker on his final lap, and he gets the 91 ride to the front of the field here with a quick time here in qualifying. So we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. My girl, Tasha! Tasha coming in! Tasha coming in with the 50-star donation coming in, setting it off. Skylar says, I'm starting to get in the designing business. Oh my, that's definitely a good design right there. Ricky Chandler, what's good, Ricky? Tasha coming in says, hey, what's good, Tasha? How are you, my girl? I appreciate you coming in with the 50-star donation, coming in, setting it off here in this one. First one ever. That's your first one ever. I like it. I like it. I'm just here at the request of Ty Dickinson. Hashtag field filler. Hey, someone's got to fill the field, Dylan. That's all that matters, brother. You're here, and that's what counts, okay? And it's going to be fun. You're going to have fun. You're going to have a good time no matter what, Dylan. That's for certain. CK Console coming in, dropping that like on the stream. Matt Fletcher with that heart reaction. Ty Dickinson with the heart reaction. Brycey Bear! Bryce Dickinson coming in with the heart reaction and the share as well. How are you, Brycey Bear? Ricky Chandler with the like. Tasha coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction as well. Big love there from Tasha. Mr. Skylar Pruitt coming in, dropping that thumbs up on the stream as well. Landon Price, Papa Mike in the house. Papa Mike coming in with that heart reaction as well. How are you, Papa Mike? Justin Ward coming in with that like as well with the heart reaction, coming in, setting it off over there on Facebook. I'm subscribed. Let's go. Dustin O'Neill becoming a brand new subscriber over there on YouTube as well. Dustin, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. As looks like we're going to get a couple more drivers out there on the racetrack. We see Jamie Massey in the 19 ride. He's looking to get a little quicker here in one of his final laps, trying to see if he can jump up and knock his teammate Keith Hackney off the top of the speed charts here in qualifying. See if he gets a little bit quicker there. He gets a little quicker, but just inside the top 10 there in that 10th position as we'll get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race action about to get underway here in just a few more moments. Yo, what's good, Jay? Jay coming in, showing the love over there on Twitch as well. Says, yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, Jay? How are ya? Ain't no stream like a Peacemaker stream. Yes, ma'am, you know it. You know it, Tasha. You know it. Hashtag not my thing. Oh, my gosh. Had to crack the whip. You had to crack the whip. Not your thing. The big blocks are fun, though. The big blocks are pretty fun. These things can be pretty wild, but they're pretty fun. Yo, Wild Cherry, do a quick donut. I would. I'm not in the driver's seat, though. I'm not in the driver's seat, Cherry. I would, here, you know. Jerry, I couldn't do one in the race car, but we'll do one in real life. We'll do one in real life there for you. We do a quick little donut right there. Little spinorama right there in the chair as we're going to get them ready. And not the chair donut, laugh out loud. We had to pull it out. We had to pull out the chair donut. Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you got to do it. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go. Heat race number 1 is about to get underway, starting on the pole in the 91 ride. It is the House of Speed NLR Papa Mike Promotions Gears Unlimited ride. That is Keith Hackney. To his outside in the 11 ride, that is Shane Yates. And down on the inside of row number 2 in the 88 ride, that is the Crow Trucking Hot Lap Heroes Melgard Motorsports ride of Jacob Smith. To his outside, the Papa Mike Promotions NLR number 19, that is Jamie Massey. And down on the inside, row number 3 in the number 96 ride, that is the Black Diamond Mafia number 96, a Skylar Pruitt. To his outside, it is the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson. Dylan Murray and Jordan LaFawn bringing up the final row as we got them stacked up and ready to go as heat race number 1 is underway here from Weedsport Speedway. Quickly, Keith Hackney onto the lap pedal looking to run away here with heat race number 1. Hackney down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. He is going to lead lap number 1 here at Weedsport. Shane Yates right there in position number 2 as here comes Jamie Massey to his back bumper as Massey up a spot here early on, working himself around Jacob Smith already. Smith trying to reel him back in as the 19 ride trying to go after Shane Yates here for position number 2 on the racetrack. Skylar Pruitt back there in position number 5 as Jordan LaFawn trying to work to his back bumper as the 11 ride up into position number 6. Ty Dickinson back there into 7th with Dylan Murray bringing up the rear of the field in the Budweiser number 3 machine. As Keith Hackney out in front looking to try to pick up the win here in this one. Not sure, looks like top 4 are going to transfer into the A main feature event. So right now, Jacob Smith, he's on the hot seat. He's in to the A main feature event, but he's got to hang on to it as he's got Skylar Pruitt and Jordan LaFawn trying to track him down for that 4th and final transfer spot. But here's the 88 trying to take another peek down low underneath the 19 of Jamie Massey. Shane Yates, Massey starting to fall back more and more here as out in front Keith Hackney with a solid lead here, 1.6 seconds between himself and our second place drivers. He's opening it up a little bit more as they go door to door down through quarter number 1 and out of quarter number 2. Jamie Massey's gonna jump up into that second position on the racetrack. So Jamie Massey up into that second spot as Shane Yates falls back to 3rd here. Jacob Smith hanging on right there in that 4th and final transfer spot. Skylar Pruitt there in position number 5 with Jordan LaFawn there in 6th, still right on his tail. And Ty Dickinson, Dylan Murray bringing up the rest of the field here in our first heat races. Keith Hackney looking to put this one to bed in a quick hurry as he's out to a 1.8 second lead now between himself and his teammate in that 19 ride. As Jamie Massey back there in that second position. They're going to see the white flag fly. So one more time around here for heat race number 1. Keith Hackney for the final time down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. Nice and easy off that inside wall. And he's going to pick up the checkered flag in our first heat race of the evening. Jamie Massey there in 2nd, Shane Yates in 3rd, and Jacob Smith in that 4th and final transfer position as LaFawn, Pruitt, Dickinson, and Murray are all going to be going to the consolation races. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here. Heat race number 2 going to get underway. My boy, Jeremy Vaughn Racing coming in, showing the love. Wild Cherry coming in with the like as well in the stream. Hot Lap Heroes Racing coming in with the share. Dylan Murray with the like and the share as well. Hot Lap Heroes coming in, dropping that thumbs up. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So we're going to get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in this one as Melgard Motorsports. Haven't heard that name in 83 years, says says Seth Castle. Yeah, it's been a little while. Seems like it's been a little while. Yo, Kenneth Roberts, what's good? What's good? Peacemaker is my dad? Oh, you wish, Seth. You wish, okay? I'll be your daddy, but not your dad, okay? That's totally different, okay? That's totally different. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Starting on the pole of heat race number 2. Starting on that pole position in the 21C is not the Majula State Speed Shop, it's the House of Speed NLR machine of Charles Barnes to his outside in the 51 ride. It is the Hot Lap Heroes machine of Jacob Lassiter. Starting in position number 3 in the 26, it is the Black Diamond Mafia Papa Mike Promotions Speed Ranch in number 26. That is Matt Fletchel into his outside in the Hot Lap Heroes. Number 43, that is Davin Markham. Starting in position at number 5 in the 37 ride, that is Brandon Marlowe into his outside in the 27. That is Landon Price. Then we see the 22 and Nathan Smith and Josh Ely bringing up the rear of the field here, rounding out our 8 drivers in heat race number 2 as we got them stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll. Quickly, Charles Barnes onto the loud pedal, looking to try to run away with this second heat race, trying to make it a back-to-back heat race wins here for the NLR rides here at Weedsport. As quickly, the 21C out in front, Jacob Lassiter trying to hold off Matt Fletchel as here comes Brandon Marlowe. Oh, some contact. Marlowe trying to hang on to it. Up into the air goes the 22 ride. They're still bouncing around. Davin Markham collected in there, and the caution flag is going to fly. So our first caution flag of the evening is going to fly early on here in heat race number 2 with some tight racing at the front of the field as The 37 ride, trying to hang on to it, gets a little contact right there from the 22 and Nathan Smith. Smith getting into that 37 ride, and then they all just get stacked up here. Nowhere to go for Davin Markham, nowhere to go for Landon Price, as they're all going to drive into it, just bouncing off of each other. Nathan Smith up on 3 wheels there, almost going over somehow. The tunnel vision by Hackney, House of Speed, Papa Mike Promotions, and LR Ride keeps it together, keeps it pointing in the right direction, but stopped on the racetrack, and that will bring the caution flag out as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. My boy, Dude Guy, coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. What's good, dude? Dude coming in, smashing that thumbs up. Cam Julius coming in with that heart reaction. My boy, Brandon Barnhart coming in with the like as well. Seth Castle, Rob Stefanski, Jared Jackson all coming in, dropping the thumbs up on the stream. My boy, Jake Stefanski coming in with the thumbs up as well. How are you, Jake? How are you, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Christmas holiday and ready to rock and roll here in this one. The best of the best tour. You know it, Dustin. The best of the best tour. How does have the fastest time? I don't know. I'm going back in a minute. I need a little more help. I have a doctor's note. You can take a few things. Okay, perfect. Beauty. Okay. Glad you're back. Glad you're back, Dustin. That's for certain. I'm loving this. I love that. I love that. How are you? I'm always doing good when we're up in the booth. You know we're always doing good when we're up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. As we get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing. Single file restart here, and that's what the 21C of Charles Barnes is loving. He's going to quickly jump up and try to pull away from the rest of the field here. Gets a good jump down through 1 and 2, and he's going to clear him by about 3 car lengths. Back down into 3 and out of quarter number 4 is Charles Barnes, continuing to lead the way. Jacob Lassiter right there in tow. Matt Fletchell there in 3rd. Brandon Marlowe right there in position number 4 and looking for more here as he's currently on that hot seat. Knows that he needs to jump up and make the move here to try to get himself off of that final transfer spot, as he's got a very, very fast 43 ride hunting him down, as Davin Markham going to try to work himself up and around that 399 Esports number 37 ride of Brandon Marlowe up into that final transfer into the A main feature event. Landon Price sliding back a little bit more here as the Black Diamond Mafia number 27 ride hanging on here with the 22 and Nathan Smith as they battle back there for position number 6, and Joshua Ely back there in the 09 ride trying to hang on to it here as he's going to lose it down through 3 and 4, and he's going to take it right off the racetrack as the white flag has been displayed here in heat race number 2. No caution flag is down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. It's Charles Barnes picking up heat race win number 2 on the evening. Jacob Lassiter, Matt Fletchell, Brandon Marlowe all going to punch their tickets into the A main feature event. That means Markham, Price, Smith, and Ely are all going to be going to the consolation races. My favorite wrap is the one with my face on it, Landon Price. I was wondering who was on the front of that car, okay? I was wondering who was on that car. I couldn't quite tell who that was. It's good to know that that's you on the car there, Dylan. Happy holidays, brother. Hope you're doing well and ready for the new year. Glad to be back watching the best stream with the best host on social media. Yes, Sirski, you know it, Cam. You know it, brother. We're always looking forward to a new year, brother. This year's going to be our year. I'm telling you, this year is going to be our year. I can feel it in the bones. I can feel it through the gods that this year is going to be our year here on Peacemaker Gaming. So many big things going to happen. So many big new high milestones that we're going to be able to hit. It's going to be non-stop racing action. A lot of other streams in there as well. We're going to be doing a lot of different Call of Duties and Fortnite and a bunch of other things, and a lot of cool offline content as well that we're really excited for. So we're going to get a lot of content out this year. It's going to be non-stop action. We're going to be doing some cool things, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So make sure you guys follow us on all of the channels, and make sure you have those bell notifications on, because you never want to miss the action here on Peacemaker Gaming as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 3 is about to get underway. Starting on the pole in the Hot Lap Heroes Melgard Motorsports Crow Trucking number 9 ride, that is Dane Lloyd. He's outside now. Papa Mike Promotions, House of Speed, Warrior Raps number 84, that is Bryce Dickinson. Starting in position number 3 in the 27 ride, that is Jason Crow. To his outside, the other 27 ride, that is Cade Galley. Then we see the 15 of Swede Melgard and the 15 of Matt Taylor, and the 4 ride of Joey Brewer bringing up the rear of the field as we are back to green flag racing. Dane Lloyd trying to jump up and clear the 84 ride of Bryce Dickinson. Dickinson trying to battle back here into that top spot as he's looking to the outside of the 9 ride as this track continuing to change, continuing to get slicker and slicker and slicker, and a good peek down to the inside here from the 84 ride as Bryce Dickinson looking to pull up door to door here with Dane Lloyd down the backstretch as they head down into quarter number 3. Nice and easy at a quarter number 4. It'll be a drag race back to the start finish line. Dane Lloyd able to stay out in front by inches here over the front nose of the 84 ride of Bryce Dickinson. Jason Crow right there ready to pounce, as well as Crow in position number 3 has Cade Galley in tow back there in that 4th and final transfer spot. Swede Melgard back there in position number 5 with Matt Taylor and Joey Brewer in the dark side racing. Quill Racing Performance number 4 ride back there in position number 7 as Dane Lloyd gonna stay out in front. Bryce Dickinson back in tow here as they go a little bit more single file as Cade Galley, or actually no, that is Jason Crow all over the back bumper of the 84 ride as the 84 gonna get a big run down to quarter number 2. He's gonna take another look down to the inside here of that 9 ride of Dane Lloyd for the race lead here once again. As these drivers continue to duke it out around the racetrack, this heat race coming to a close in a quick hurry as these guys continue to duke it out at the front of the pack, side by side here at the front as they're just over halfway in and halfway to go here in heat race number 3. Jason Crow, Cade Galley sitting pretty here inside transfer spots as Swede Melgard knows that he's on the outside looking in, needs to jump up on top the wheel here and be able to work himself around the 27 right of Cade Galley in front of him to work himself into a transfer position here into the A main feature event. Matt Taylor right there ready to pounce, and Joey Brewer just a little bit farther back there in position number 7. But it's all Dane Lloyd still out in front, hanging on, trying to hold off that 84 ride of Bryce Dickinson as Bryce Dickinson continued to work down to his inside. Melgard right there in position number 6 as he's going to slide back another spot here as the white flag has been displayed as Matt Taylor's worked himself up into position number 5 here. Needs to find one more spot here in the final lap is nice and easy down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4. Things are going to get tight, but it's the 9 of Dane Lloyd who's going to pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 3. Bryce Dickinson, Jason Crow, and Cade Galley all going to punch their tickets into the A main feature event, and I do believe we're going to be skipping out on all of the consolation races, and everybody is going to make it into the show here. Let's get a double check. Yes, C main and B main have been skipped, so that means every single driver will get an opportunity to try to pick up the checkered flag here this evening. They're all going to go to battle. They're all going to duke it out, and everyone is going to get an opportunity to try to win this race here this evening. There's a little bit of price tag on the line as well. It's not much, but $25 on the line here for our race winner. So a little bit of extra money going into the pocket of our race winner here. So a little bit more on the line other than just bragging rights and a win here at Weedsport Speedway. When you can get that extra little bit of a payday, makes things that much more interesting as these drivers jump out onto the racetrack here for a quick warm-up session. We're going to get quickly warmed up ourselves, and we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our A main feature event coming right up here in just a few more moments. Don't go anywhere as we're going to be right back, and we're going to be jumping right in to the racing action. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show? Well, here you go, as we're going to get them lined up behind the official iRacing pace truck. Here on the front stretch, these drivers ready to rock and roll. They're ready to go to battle here for our main feature event from Weedsport Speedway. Is all these drivers loaded in, ready to rock and roll, starting on the pole. In the number 91 machine, that is Keith Hackney. To his outside in the 21C machine, that is Charles Barnes starting. They're in position number 2. Starting on the inside of row number 2 in the 9 brightest the Hot Lap Heroes. Number 9 machine of Dane Lloyd into his outside in the Papa Mike Promotions. Number 19, that is Jamie Massey. Starting in position number 5 in the Hot Lap Heroes Melgard Motorsports, number 51 machine, that is Jacob Lassiter into his outside. In the House of Speed, Warrior Raps and LR Papa Mike Promotions, number 84, that is Bryce Dickinson. Starting in position number 7 in the 11 ride, that is Shane Yates into his outside in the Black Diamond Mafia Speed Ranch. Papa Mike Promotions, number 26, that is Matt Fletchel. Starting on the inside of row number 5 in the 27 ride, that is Jason Crow into his outside in the 88 machine, that is Jacob Smith. Starting in position number 11 in the 37 ride, that is Brandon Marlowe to his outside in the 27 ride, that is Cade Galley. Then down on the inside of row number 7 in the 11, that is Jordan LaFawn into his outside in the 43 machine, that is the Hot Lap Heroes ride of Davin Markov. Starting in position number 15 in the 15 ride, that is Matt Taylor into his outside in the 96 machine, that is Skylar Pruitt. Then we see Landon Price, Swede Melgard, Ty Dickinson, Nathan Smith, Dylan Murray, Joey Brewer bringing up the rear of the field as 22 drivers ready to rock and roll here from Weedsport Speedway, as we are going to get them locked up and ready to go here as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as the best of the best tour underway here from Weedsport Speedway. Quickly, Keith Hackney onto the loud pedal out in front, looking to run away with this one. Hackney out in front, leading us down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, down the front straightaway. He's going to lead lap number 1 as Charles Barnes right there in tow, gets a little piece of the inside wall. Here comes Jamie Massey up into position number 2 in the 19 ride. He's going to slide up in front of the 21C. Charles Barnes going to try to cross him back over, thinks better of it and stays down low as we're going to see our first caution flag of the evening. Looks like Joey Brewer and Nathan Smith coming together here, bringing out our first caution flag of this main feature event. You see the 4 ride right there. Rear of the field, I think this starts up a little bit farther in front of them here with Nathan Smith possibly. Looks like Nathan Smith and Dylan Murray going to come together. Unfortunately, Smith going to get turned around. Nowhere to go there for Joey Brewer, as he's going to drive right into the side of the House of Speed. Papa Mike Promotions NLR Tunnel Vision by Hackney. Number 22 ride is nowhere to go there for Joey Brewer, as we'll jump right on the cockpit view here with that 4 machine and see what he sees here in the Dark Side Racing ride. He heads down the backstretch into corner number 3, and then right in front of him, the 22 car is just going to be sideways and there's nowhere for him to go. Some pretty heavy damage to both rides as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Mama Bear is cheering on a lot of the boys. Mama Bear is cheering on a lot of the boys. Pete Fitzsimmons says, go, go. Jordan cheered on Jordan LaFawn out there on the racetrack. It's, man, a lot of great drivers here in this one, ready to duke it out, ready to go to battle here all evening long, and they're all being led right now by Keith Hackney. Is Hackney out in front? Jamie Massey there in position number 2 with Charles Barnes, Dane Lloyd, Bryce Dickinson up inside the top 5. Now Jacob Lassiter there in 6. Shane Yates, Matt Fletchel, Jacob Smith, and Jason Crow rounding out our top 10 here early on in this one. So we'll get them stacked up side by side here, ready to rock and roll, ready to go back to green flag racing here from Weedsport Speedway. Keith Hackney looking to see that green flag back out into the air in that green and black number 91 ride, as he's looking to see all green here from the rest of the evening and looking to try to pick up a little bit of green here at the end of the night, as he's looking to make that $25 payday after picking up the checkered flag here in this one, as we are going to go back to green flag racing here as the green flag quickly back out into into the air. Hackney with a great restart. Quickly jumping up, clearing Jamie Massey, looking to try to run away with it, trying to keep these drivers back there in tow as Bryce Dickinson trying to hang on to the 84 ride. He's going to go around some heavy damage here on the 84 machine. Oh, the 3 rider Dylan Murray's going to come in and clean him out again. Some heavy contact here on that 84 ride. He's missing a whole tire on the race car here as he's just dragging that thing out there on the racetrack. Unfortunately, he's going to take it down pit side, but we are going to take another look at what happened here to Bryce Dickinson as we saw him bouncing around a little bit deeper in the field here. He's right there. He has the 26 right of Matt Fletchel behind him as he gets into the inside wall right there. Gets into the inside wall, unfortunately. As he gets checked up, everyone else running over him. You see that right front tire just absolutely sheared off. That car is hurting right now as we'll get another look at what happened here to that 84 ride. There's some pretty good contact there with that inside wall. Just unfortunately sends him for a little bit of a loop here. Matt Fletchel right there can't get checked up as he comes down. You see that sparks fly right there heavy into that inside wall, slides up in front of Matt Fletchel. Fletchel, unfortunately, nowhere to go there. Jacks him up a little bit, trying to get underneath and around him there. Unfortunately, can't make the move as Bryce gets hard up into the outside wall. There goes the tire. The 27 ride of Jason Crow hard into him. The 3 ride of Dylan Murray with some heavy contact into that car as well as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one as out in front, it's still Keith Hackney leading the way here. Jamie Massey is pacing the field here, but Jamie, I do believe, is back in position number 2. Keith is our race leader with Charles Barnes there in 3rd. And then you see Dane Lloyd, Jacob Lassiter now rounding out our top 5 as we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to green flag racing. Mama Bear says, dang it, Bryce. Dang it, Bryce. I know, right? What is Bryce Dickinson thinking right there? Gosh, dang it, Bryce. Brycey Bear, unfortunately, that's what happens. You make one simple mistake, and it can bite you in a quick hurry with this field of drivers. One mistake can put you behind the 8 ball in a quick hurry, and unfortunately, Bryce Dickinson finding out the hard way right there as he's now deep in the field. After going down pit side, getting that car repaired, he's back out onto the racetrack, but back in the 20th position. So from a top 5 standpoint, back to the outside of the top 20, and having to try to jump up and pass a lot of cars here in a quick hurry as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. Keith Hackney out in front. Jamie Massey right there in position number 2 as Pete Fitzsimmons, Talon Willis, Austin Wormuth all coming in with the likes on the stream. Papa Mike coming in with that share as well. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we are back to green flag racing here at Weedsport Speedway. Quickly, Keith Hackney onto the loud pedal, looking to run away with this one as Jamie Massey, Charles Barnes, his teammates in the NLR House of Speed Machines right there behind him. Dane Lloyd back there in position number 4 and looking for more as Danny Dane trying to work himself up into a podium position, trying to work himself to the front of the field. Here comes Jacob Lassiter, Matt Fletchel, Shane Yates, Jacob Smith, Jason Crow, and Brandon Marlowe now up inside the top 10 as the Hot Lap Heroes 399 Esports ride up inside the top 10 now as well. Cade Galley back there at 11th with Davin Markham there in 12th. Jordan LaFont in 13th. Skylar Pruitt, Swede Melgard rounding out our top 15 in that 15 machine as it's all Keith Hackney out in front here in this one. Hackney with a bit of a lead here, trying to stretch it more and more, over half a second now between himself and Jamie Massey as Massey in tow, trying to run him down. A little bit of a gap there as well, about half a second between Jamie and Charles Barnes, and then almost a second back now to our 4th place driver as Jacob Lassiter is going to jump up into position number 4 now as the Hot Lap Heroes. Melgard Motorsports, number 51, ride up into position number 4 as Dane Lloyd going to slide back into position number 5. Shane Yates right there looking to the outside of Matt Fletchel's. Fletchel trying to hang on here to position number 6 as the caution flag is going to fly here in this one. The caution flag going to come out once again as it looks like Nathan Smith in the 22 ride. Unfortunately going to get tied up in some extra contact here once again as he sends it inside of row Oh, just gets into the inside wall, washes up the racetrack over the nose there of Matt Taylor. Ty Dickinson getting a piece of that one, but unfortunately the 22 ride going to get spun around, pointing the wrong direction there. He's going to take it down pit side after some heavy contact there with that inside wall. Not much you can do once you get into that one, as you're just kind of hanging on. We'll get a good look right here from that left front tire as he sends it in here. You're going to see the 27 get a good piece of it right there as well, but there you go. The 22 getting an even bigger piece, washes up the racetrack and up over the nose there of the 15 ride. Unfortunately, nowhere to go for Matt Taylor. Nowhere to go here for Ty Dickinson as Ty's trying to get down and out of the way of it. He's going to get a good little piece of that one, but doesn't look like too much damage to any of those cars, unfortunately, for the 22 as he's taking that car down pit side. As we'll stack him up, rack him up, get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. It's the green flag going to get ready to come back out here once again as these guys put on a wicked show here for us in this one, man. This has been a great race already here with all these drivers, as Danielle Heel coming in, dropping that follow over on Facebook as well. Danielle, welcome to the PeaceMaker family. Welcome to the PeaceMaker crew, coming in, smashing that follow button over there on Facebook, as, man, some great racing action here in this one. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button on the YouTube stream as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out, we do have members now on YouTube as well, so make sure you check out that members category and become one of the first exclusive members over on the YouTube channel, as we are back to green flag racing. Keith Hackney quickly onto the loud pedal as we are 1/5 of the way through this race. 10 laps in, 40 more laps left to go. Keith Hackney continuing to lead the way as Jamie Massey right there on his back bumper. Here comes that 51 of Jacob Lassiter. Lassiter up and around the outside of Charles Barnes. Barnes going to slide back to position number 4. There's Matt Fletchell right there ready to pounce as well, up inside the top 5 as the caution flag is going to be displayed here once again in this one. Looks like Skylar Pruitt trying to hang on to your mom, the Freak You Man, number 96 ride. Usually the Black Diamond Mafia ride, is unfortunately he's going to get tied up here a little bit. Some contact there with Davin Markham. Then looks like he's going to get some contact from behind from the 27 ride. Sweet Melgard in there. The 67 of Ty Dickinson in there, as Melgard basically parked right on top of that 96 ride of Skylar Pruitt right there. Really nowhere for Melgard to go as the 96 gets turned around right there in front of him. And some good hard racing throughout the field and some tight racing action out there. And fortunately, just chain reaction, everyone getting into each other there. You see Ty up into the outside wall with Cade Galley. Some pretty good contact there for both of those drivers, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing, as some crazy racing action, some great battles out there on the racetrack, some hard contact, some unfortunate breaks for a lot of these drivers, but man, they've been putting on a wicked show here for us. Thank you for the stream. Absolutely. Dustin, my boy, you know it. We always got the broadcast here on PeaceMaker Gaming. We try to get at least one racing broadcast every single day of the week. Aaron and my girl Aaron coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction. How are you, Aaron? Aaron coming in, showing the love. Jeff Dickinson coming in with that heart reaction as well on the stream, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. We're going to jump into a quick PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up here, presented by Ty's Porta Potties, as the Sweet Tea Porta Potties coming on board here for the Crank It Up, as we're going to crank it up here in this one. Crank up that volume, cheer on your favorite drivers as we're going to crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Never mind the crank it up caution flag, going to come right back out. Here is the caution flag going to come back out. We'll take a look and see what happens here, as crank it up caution flag curse is going to continue here, as it looks like Landon Price having some issues in the 27 ride, as I do believe him and the other 27 rider, Cade Galley, going to come together. As there you go, Cade Galley up and around, nowhere to go there for Landon Price. Going to get right into the side of him. Dane Lloyd trying to hang on to his ride as well as he goes around the 15 ride of Matt Taylor there. Nowhere to go for him as he gets a big piece of that 43 at Davin Markham. Nowhere to go for Joey Brewers. He's going to get some more contact into that as well. Good to see the 09 of Joshua Ely out there on the racetrack after missing the start, as we'll stack him up, rack him up, get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one, as great racing action all evening long here, but this is a very, very tricky racetrack, especially when this track starts to slick off more and more and more. It gets very, very icy out there, like you're driving on marbles or off there on ice, and not a lot of traction, a lot of horsepower. And as these tires start to fall off, these things become absolute animals and very, very hard for these drivers to hang on. So accidents do happen out there on the racetrack, and we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to green flag racing, as these guys have been putting on a wild show here for us in this one. Come on, just one lap, he says, just one lap. I'm still loving it. Yeah, you still gotta love it. I mean, everyone likes to see a crash here and there, you know? Maybe not so many consecutively, but we do like seeing some car crashes. It builds a little bit more excitement and gets this field stacked back up, but it'd be nice to get a few good green flag laps in there before we see more and more caution flags. But that's why we're going to go to single file restart here on this one, and we're going to get ready to crank it back up here on Peacemaker Gaming. The lights are off, the official iRacing pace car, and we're going to get ready to set them loose as we're going to go back to green flag racing here at Weedsport Speedway. A parking lot down here in corner number 2 as the caution flag going to come back out here in this one. Matt Taylor, Jordan LaFawn, and a bunch of other drivers collected in that one as we got a bit of a parking lot down there in corner number 2. We will take a look and see what happened, as I believe Sweet Tea Ty Dickinson going to get collected here in this one, as well as the 67 ride chasing down the 43, but I do believe it's starting a little bit closer to the front there, as that's not the right driver. Where is Jordan LaFawn here? We're trying to find LaFawn on the scoreboard. He's impossible to find right now for some reason. There he is, as I do believe it starts a little bit closer to the front here. As the 11 ride gets into the back bumper, the 88 has to get checked up. Davin Markham gets in there a little bit too deep, gets into the back bumper of the 11 ride of Jordan LaFawn. Here comes Sweet Tea Ty Dickinson in there as well. He's going to help LaFawn go around. Bryce Dickinson hard in there. The 3 ride of Dylan Murray into that one as well. Here comes Swede Melgard, Landon Price, all getting collected in this one, as there is nowhere to go up there on the high side of the racetrack. Everyone trying to scoot around it and through it, and fortunately, a lot of drivers getting tied up there in that one, and it's a parking lot. Here in corner number 2, the 15 ride of Matt Taylor trying to drive down low. Same with the 4 ride of Joey Brewers. They're trying to avoid getting into that one as well, as we'll get another look at it here, a little bit faster speed, and see what happens here, as Jordan LaFawn unfortunately going to start to go around Davin Markham right there into it, and Ty Dickinson going to come in and make sure that everything goes to plan here with the 11 ride spinning around there, and unfortunately, not the way they drew that one up, as they were both on the march towards the front of the field, and now they're going to be starting deeper in this pack, as we'll stack them up, rack them up, and go back to green flag racing. Heath Hackney's going to forfeit the lead here as Jamie Massey out in front, but the caution flag going to come right back out here in this one. Caution flag going to come right back out here, as unfortunately Heath Hackney losing the lead here to the 19 ride of Jamie Massey. through the middle portion of this race as we'll take a look and see. Looks like Joey Brewer having some issues here in this one. The 27 ride, I do believe, having some issues as well. I do believe that is Landon Price that's going to get a piece of him right there as 4 ride just tight battle down low. They kind of just get tied together and start to go around, unfortunately, as they get stopped basically on the racetrack. The caution flag does fly for them, and we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one, as they're going to have to wait for the pace car to go by. There you go. Pace truck going to go by him, and he's going to bring up the rear of the field. Heather Curtis coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. How are you, Heather? Heather coming in, smashing that thumbs up. My boy Tim Taylor coming in says, damn, those things are a little faster than the street stocks. A little bit quicker than the street stocks there, Timmy. Just a little bit, just ever so slightly, but not by much. When it starts to slick off, they kind of get a little bit more closer in lap times to a certain point. Maybe a little bit off, but pretty close to it. Nonetheless, racing's racing, and it's always a good show. Stay clean coming from the front, coming to the front, Jordan. Unfortunately, Pete, I think you jinxed Jordan LaFawn there on that one, coming in with that comment. I think you jinxed them there, as moments afterwards, unfortunately, you got a piece of a couple of cars there and got turned around. So coming in and jinxing the 11 ride of Jordan LaFawn. So we'll stack them up, rack them up. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Reed Sanders coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction. What's good, Reed? Reed coming in, dropping that heart reaction on the stream as we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to green flag racing here in the Best of the Best Tour. Presented by 09 Laser Engraving, Papa Mike Promotions, Mama Bear, Brycey Bear Design, Sweet Tea Gang, and PeaceMaker Gaming, as we're going to get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. The pace car going to make the hard right-hand turn back down pit side here at Weedsport Speedway. We are back to green flag racing, as out in front, Jamie Massey leading the way. Jamie Massey out in front, looking to try to run away with this one, as Keith Hackney back there in position number 2. Jacob Lassiter there in that 3rd spot as Charles Barnes and Matt Fletchel round out our top 5. Dane Lloyd, Shane Yates, Jason Crow, Brandon Marlowe, and Jacob Smith rounding out our top 10, as Bryce Dickinson looking to try to work himself back up inside the top 10 here after his early wreck in the 84 ride. We saw him head down pit side, and a lot of unfortunate damage to the 84 ride. And here he is trying to work himself back inside the top 10 here in this one. Jamie Massey out in front. Keith Hackney right there in position number 2, trying to jump back out in front here. Would love to try to get this lead back away from the 19 ride, as Massey was able to take it away from him here after the 91 led so many laps early on in this race. His teammates duking it out here once again at the front of the field. These two have battled for a lot of races, a lot of wins, and a lot of big money races. These two have came down to the top 2 late in the race, and they battled neck and neck as the caution flag is going to come back out. A parking lot down here in 1 and 2 again, as Charles Barnes collected in it. And, oh man, a lot of our top 10 all collected right here in this one, as we will get another look. The 21 Cia Charles Barnes right there in position number 4, looking for more here. Looks like he's going to send it in, and Matt Fletchel's going to get a piece of him right there. Gets into the back bumper. They're trying to get checked up, trying to get pointed back in the right direction. Here comes the 9 ride of Dane Lloyd, the 11 of Shane Yates, the 27 ride of Jason Crow, the 37 of Brandon Marlowe. All these drivers just getting in there, nowhere to go. Everyone trying to figure out where they can fit through the gaps there. Unfortunately, the 21C machine is going to go around. The caution flag is going to come back out. Matt Fletchel, I do believe, is going to get the EOL for the unfortunate contact down into the corner here, as he sent it in there a little bit too deep, and unfortunately gets a big piece of the back bumper of that 21C machine right there. There's the contact. Charles trying to hang on to it. Dean Lloyd, Shane Yates, Marlowe, Crow, all of them trying to get out of the way, trying not to get in any of the contact there. Unfortunately, a lot of tore up race cars right there, as we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to green flag racing. Jamie Massey out in front as Brayton Ralston coming in, says Hackney to the front. Hackney to the front. Hackney's been at the front here pretty much all evening long, but he's going to try to knock off one of the best in the business to do it. That is the 19 ride of Jamie Massey. Luckily enough, they're teammates, but we've seen these two have their moments and, have their contact and rubbing and scrubbing. And even though they're teammates, when it comes down to the very end of this one, I don't think the teammate thing is going to matter. They want to get the one up on each other. They want to be able to park their ride up here in victory lane more than the other. They would love to stay 1 and 2, but they're going to duke it out nonetheless like they were arch enemies here at the racetrack. It's Jamie Massey with the green flag back out into the air, looking to open up a quick lead here, trying to run away from that number 91 of Keith Hackney. Jacob Lassiter right there in position number 3 is Dane Lloyd there in position number 4. Here comes Jacob Smith as they're almost 3 wide here off corner number 4. Shane Yates trying to work himself around the 88 right up inside the top 10. Here is Brandon Marlowe right there as well. Jason Crow. Here comes Bryce Dickinson. Is Bryce Dickinson up inside the top 10 now, battling here door to door with that number 96 of Skylar Pruitt. Is Pruitt there to his outside as they continue to battle there for the 9th position on the racetrack. Joshua Ely, who missed the start of this race, had to start at the rear of the field. He's working himself up towards the front as well. He's back there in position number 11. Get a little bit loose there after almost getting into that inside wall, having to catch it. A good job there by Cade Galley to get onto the binders and avoid the contact and spinning the 09 right around as he was all bent out of shape there. We see a little bit more battling back here as well. All these drivers putting on a great show for us. But out in front, it's Jamie Massey continuing to lead the way. Massey out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. It's Massey out in front, showing them how to get it done. Keith Hackney right there in position number 2. Here comes Jacob Lassiter there in 3rd, trying to reel in the 91 right of Keith Hackney, trying to work himself closer and closer to the front of the field. As Dane Lloyd there in 4th, and Brandon Marlowe up into position number 5 now with some of these hot lap hero rides starting to fill up our top 5, trying to hunt down the NLR machines. Out in front as the caution flag is going to fly. It is Cade Galley in the 27 ride is going to go around here as Cade, unfortunately, tied up in a few wrecks here this evening, and looks like he's going to get tied up in another one as Charles Barnes trying to work himself up closer to the field there, but you see him get up into the inside wall there in corner number 4. Some pretty heavy contact sends him up over the nose of Davin Markham. Markham nowhere to go, gets a piece of him there, helps him go around, and that is going to bring out the caution flag. Right there is the Marcos Moose Ranch number 27 ride of Cade Galley, just unfortunately hard into that inside wall. Some pretty good damage there for that 27 ride as he's going to take it down pit side there to get some work done to it. The Marcos Moose Ranch crew is going to go to work and try to get that car back out onto the racetrack as soon as possible, as we're going to take a good look here on that left front and see what contact right here as he gets a big piece of this inside concrete barrier down through corner number 3 and 4 as here it comes. Boom, right there, going to climb up it. Car going to go up in the air there ever so slightly, and just unfortunately cannot keep it pinned to the bottom side of the racetrack. Washes up into the high groove as he's going to get some contact right there. Almost gets a piece of Charles Barnes right there as well as he gets spun down and around and into the infield here, but the caution flag going to come out nonetheless. All right, so these drivers line back up, ready to go back to battle as the lights are turned off. The official iRacing paint truck out in front, Jamie Massey continuing to lead the way here, looking for another big restart with Keith Hackney, his teammate there to his outside. Jacob Lassiter, Dane Lloyd, Brandon Marlowe, Jacob Smith, Shane Yates, Jason Crow, Skylar Pruitt, and Bryce Dickinson rounding out our top 10. So we got them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out into the air here for Jamie Massey. Massey looking to quickly jump up and clear the 91 right of Keith Hackney as he finds that door. Hackney going to try to keep it pinned down the bottom side as the 19 right washes up to the high side, and they're going to go door to door down into corner number 3. Keith Hackney down low, Jamie Massey up on the high side. The high side momentum's going to keep the 19 ride out in front as he's going to try to jump down and block the 91 ride here just ever so slightly on corner entry, trying to get Hackney tight down there on the bottom side. But unfortunately for Jamie, it's not working out too well as the 91 ride staying right there to his inside, trying to figure out a way to get around him here late in this one. This time around the corner 2, he's going to get a good run, and he's going to stay out in front and keep that 91 right at bay. Is Keith Hackney going to try to hunt him back down? Jacob Lassiter back there in position. Number 3 is Dane Lloyd there in 4th. A good battle brewing back here for position number 5 is Brandon Marlowe trying to hang on to that 5th position. Jacob Smith trying to jump up and take that top 5 away from the 37 ride. Jason Crow right there as well to the inside of Shane Yates as they duke it out for position number 7 on the racetrack. And then you see Bryce Dickinson trying to hold off Davin Markham, Skylar Pruitt, and Charles Barnes. This is a good battle just inside the top 10 here as they duke it out for the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th position on the racetrack. Bryce Dickinson there in 9th, but Davin Markham, Charles Barnes, and that 96 ride of Skylar Pruitt right there ready to pounce is out in front. Jamie Massey looking to continue to try to pull away from his teammate Keith Hackney here in this one as Jamie out in front getting about a 7/10 of a second lead now between himself and the 91 of Keith Hackney. Hackney with a second lead between himself and the 51 ride of Jacob Lassiter, as it's those two all evening long have been 1 and 2, and they've been putting on a show here for us at the front of the field. But Lassiter, Dane Lloyd, Brandon Marlowe right there rounding out our top 5. Would love to try to jump up and knock them off of the top 2 spots here, but they are showing some great speed here still on the racetrack and able to continue to pull away from the rest of the field as these two NLR Papa Mike Promotions House of Speed rides continue to show the way around the racetrack as the caution flag is going to come back out. Looks like Matt Fletchel going to have some issues here in the 26 ride. We will take a look and see what happens here. Poor old Matty Fletchel as he's looking to the inside of the 09 ride. Looks like he's going to get onto the binders to try to avoid the contact with the 09. Sweden Melgard unfortunately catches him in a quick. Curry gets underneath of him, helps him go around there. So I do believe just bent out of shape there for the 26 ride of Matt Fletchel as he was trying to stay out of the 09, as I don't think he was expecting to fall back as much and not get the run he needed here. And you see the 09 trying to cut him off going into the corner. It looks like the 26 just going to kind of get onto the binders there. The rear end's going to kick out. He's almost spun around sideways there, trying to stay out of the 09 ride. And then he's trying to recollect it, trying to keep it pointed in the right direction. Sweden Melgard, unfortunately, just catches him in a quick. Curry gets a big piece of him, spins him around over to go there for Ty Dickinson. As Ty's going to get collected in that one. And some pretty good contact for both those rides. And we'll stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Sorry, I just sneezed there and I muted myself. All right, as a little bit of contact there, you saw, unfortunately, one driver getting collected in that one, the 09 of Joshua Ely. He's going to get a little bit of contact with the back bumper of Bryce Dickinson. He's going to go for a little bit of a spin, and everyone trying to dodge it, trying to get out of the way, and unfortunately, chain reaction. Saw that 15 right of Matt Taylor go around right there as well, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream, hit that share, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube, as we are going back to green flag racing here at Weedsport Speedway. The 19, Jamie Massey, loves to see these single file restarts as he's able to try to open up a bit of a lead here quickly over the 91 rider Keith Hackney, but Hackney sticking right there with him, trying to continue to roll that inside group as they continue to battle here at the front of the field. Massey looking very, very strong here yet again in this one, as he's looking to pick up yet again another checkered flag. Keith Hackney right there in position number 2. Jacob Lassiter there in 3rd. Dane Lloyd, Brandon Marlowe rounding out our top 5 as Jacob Smith having a great run there in 6th. Jason Grove there in 7th. Shane Yates, Charles Barnes, Davin Markham rounding out our top 10 as Skylar Pruitt, Bryce Dickinson rounding out our top 12. Dylan Murray, Matt Fletchel, Ty Dickinson rounding out our top 15 with Swede Melgard and Matt Taylor bringing up the rest of the field there of active drivers on the racetrack. But it's all Jamie Massey here in this one. As Massey out in front, down through quarter number 3 and out of quarter number 4, he's going to see the high 5 that time by from our flagman. 5 more laps left to go, and the caution flag is going to come back out here in this one. Caution flag going to come back out late in this race as it looks like Dylan Murray in the Budweiser number 3 machine going to have some issues here. Down into corner number 3 right in front of Ty Dickinson. Not sure if he's just going to get, oh yeah, there it is, right into that inside wall. Ty Dickinson nowhere to go there for the 15 right of Swede Melgard as well. Some pretty good contact for both of them as Dylan Murray's going to take his car right down off the racetrack there, as that was a heavy, heavy hit here for the 3 machine. We're going to jump right on board and see what he sees as he heads down the backstretch. Down into corner number 3, and out of quarter number 4, just gets the car pinned a little bit too low, and then bam! Right into the concrete barrier. Nowhere to go there for Ty Dickinson, as we'll take another look here from Sweet T's perspective as Ty Dickinson back there in position at number 15, and unfortunately just nowhere for him to go here in this one as he gets a big piece of that number. Get me into this cockpit right now. Why are we in Ty Dickinson? There we go. There you go. You'll get a good look at it right here as 67 Ryan sees the 3 right there in front of him, trying to follow him right in his tire tracks, and there you go, gets into the concrete barrier, nowhere for him to go as Ty Dickinson going to jump underneath of that ride and basically get a good look at the undercarriage of the 3 machine, and a ton of damage there for that Black Diamond Mafia Papa Mike Promotions 5-6 graphics number 67 ride as Ty Dickinson with some pretty heavy damage there. Fortunately, going to take that car back behind the wall as we'll stack them up, rack them up, get ready to go back to green flag racing late in this one. 5 more laps left to go here from Weedsport Speedway, and it's all going to come down to possibly this final restart as Jamie Massey going to see the green flag fly down through corner number 3 and 4, and we are back in action here at Weedsport. Jamie Massey out in front looking to try to run away and keep these drivers at bay, but Keith Hackney right there in position number 2 trying to figure out a way to get around his teammate late in this race. Jacob Lassiter, Dane Lloyd, Brandon Marlowe right there in tow trying to work themselves up inside of a podium finish as Jamie Massey trying to hold off the 91. The caution flag is going to come back out. Caution flag coming back out late in this one as it looks like Davin Markham in the 43 ride having some issues here. The 43 up on the high side. Looks like he may get a piece of the wall right there. Sends it in a little bit too deep and collects the 21. See it, Charles Barnes. They're both going to go for a loop-de-loop down here in corner 1 and 2. And that is going to bring the caution flag back out here yet again as definitely not what Jamie Massey or Keith Hackney wanted to see, as that's going to give these drivers another shot to try to figure out a way to get around them as I ran out of talent that I never had. Oh, no. Dylan, my boy, it's not about running out of talent. It's about knowing your limits of talent. No, I'm just kidding. It was a good run, man. This is a tricky track in these big block modifieds. You know, not something that we're always behind the wheel of. We don't run a whole lot of laps in these modifieds, so you guys have your hands full out there on the racetrack trying to keep these things pointing the right direction, trying to keep them off each other, and the racetrack does not help as Weedsport, one of the most treacherous racetracks here on iRacing for the dirt racing action. Things get very tight in a quick hurry on this track, and obviously when it gets this slicked off, the tire's starting to fall off late in this race as well. Things are bound to happen. You see the 91 ride down in through the grass here, trying to take a little bit of an old school move there. You can jump down into the grass, trying to get some coolness down onto the tires, trying to cool the tires off a little bit for the restart here, and fortunately that doesn't work. I don't think it works here on iRacing, but I could be wrong, but giving her down into the grass, trying to cool him off, trying to get some extra grip here for this restart as he's trying to figure out a way to get around that 19 ride of Jamie Massey. As the pace truck can make that hard right-hand turn back down pit side as we're going to see the green flag back out into the air here for the 19 of Jamie Massey as Massey quickly onto the loud pedal down across the start-finish line with 2 more laps left to go here in this one. Jamie Massey trying to bring it home as Keith Hackney back there in position number 2, trying to take it back away from him. Jacob Lasser there in third, Dane Lloyd and Brandon Marlowe all in tow as the white flag has been displayed here at Weedsport Speedway. Jamie Massey out in front down the backstretch for the final time. Nice and easy down through corner number 3, but here comes Keith Hackney looking for a slider, can't make it as they make contact down the front straightaway. It's Jamie Massey able to hang on to it even with the contact as he's going to park it up here in the Weedsport victory lane. What a run, what a drive for the NLR House of Speed. Tunnel vision by Hackney, number 19 ride of Jamie Massey as he's going to park it up here in victory lane. His teammate Keith Hackney right there behind him in the grip. Hackney Live, House of Speed, Pump Mike Promotion, Gears Unlimited 91 ride, and Jacob Lassiter with a great run in the Hot Lap Heroes number 51 machine. They're in position number 3 on the racetrack. What a run, what a race, what a drive. Let's see those checkered flags up in the chat here for that number 19 of Jamie Massey as he's going to get it done here in this one. What a run, what a race, and what a drive by all of these drivers out there on the track as we're going to get ready to stack them. We're going to get ready to bring them up here for some post-race interviews. Jamie Massey taking his car off the racetrack already as the fireworks underway here from the beautiful Weedsport Speedway. We're going to get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth here with our top 3 finishers. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, Jamie Massey, as he parks it up here in victory lane. We're going to get him up here for his post-race interview. Hey, Jamie, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
I do.
Jamie, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. Take us back through that. What a lot of restarts, a lot of high-pressure opportunities. That 91 ride of Keith Hackney was right there on your back bumper. We've seen you guys duking out so many times before. You know, one of the first times we've seen you guys in the modifieds here is obviously this series, bringing on different tracks, different cars, making it very interesting for you guys. But once again, you and Keith Hackney at the front of the field duking it out for another checkered flag here and another win as you park it up in victory lane, getting the one-up on him here in this one. But it didn't come without a lot of challenges there, trying to hit those restarts, trying to keep him at bay, trying to keep him off of you as we saw a little bit of contact down there through 3 and 4 coming to the checkered flag. You're able to keep it pointed in the right direction. Both of you keep it pointed going forward there, and no major contact or anything else there through corner number 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, we both come to win. I told him, I said, you wreck me for $25, I'm gonna kill you. You know, I don't think I've ever outrun Hackney at Weedsport, and he's one of the best at that track. And he made one mistake and in the race, and I capitalized on it. And then I changed my lineup there, and it for what worked for me. And I ran 20 different lines during the race, trying to move around and kind of feel what I could find. And none of us over at NLR really run these cars much unless it's just a league or Peter at SLR throws up something, but we never run them. So you know, it took me a little bit. I qualified like way to hell back there, like 10th or something, and then got a good run in my heat. And then, like I said, just kind of buying my time and trying to find what worked for me. And when I got out front there, he ran his line on the bottom while I was running a kind of cut down, and I was kind of taking his line from him. I didn't want to do that, so I moved up. I didn't want to wreck us, and I told him, I said, "Well, I ain't gonna change my line just because I feel like the bottom's faster. So if you just go around me, you get around me. We're gonna race it out." And I kind of left him that lane down there, and if whatever happened, happened, man. Me and him's got a lot of respect for each other, but we're gonna race to win.
Absolutely, a lot of great battles there for you, and you're going to hold them off here once again this evening as you park that 19 right up here in the Weedsport victory lane. Jamie, who would you like to thank for another great run and strong performance here, picking up the checkered flag tonight?
First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Ty, man. I know that race was kind of frustrating, and it was cautions after cautions, and that little bull ring and extra cars is gonna happen. We've been racing with 5 or 6 cars, and man, I didn't even want to run yesterday because I didn't see there was but 4 cars in there, and I was just burnt out. I just, I don't care to show up and race with 4 cars. I want to support Ty with everything I can, man. But racing with 4 cars just isn't no fun, and especially when it's 4 of your teammates. So with that being said, I'm glad that he sent out the invite and got these guys in here, and then it won't be like that. If all these guys, I encourage every one of them to show up again next week. We're gonna race something different racetrack. It won't be that way, and I look forward to it. And I want to thank him, all the Dickinsons, everybody over at NLR, House of Speed, Papa Mike's Promotions, Mama Bear, one of my biggest fans out there. She's always in here pulling for me. Tunnel Vision by Hackney, Grip Hackney Live. Uh, just you for broadcasting, man, and everybody for showing up tonight, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, man.
Absolutely, Jamie. A great run and a great drive as you're able to hold off Keith Hackney and pick up the $25 payday today in this one, getting that extra little bit of pocket change as well. Picking up the checkered flag, man. Congratulations on a great run. Congratulations on a great win. And we look forward to seeing you back out onto the racetrack next week. And hopefully we'll see you right back up here, possibly in Victory Lane.
Thanks, man. See you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Jamie Massey, as he picks up the checkered flag here in this one, parks it up in victory lane. As he's able to get the win, we're going to get ready to pull in our second place finisher, Keith Hackney. Hackney coming home here in position number 2. We're going to pull Keith up for his post-race interview. Hey, Keith, it's Aaron up here on the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth to get a copy.
I got you, man.
Keith, my boy, another good run, another good race. You're leading a lot of laps at the front of the field here early on in this one, but Jamie Massey able to find himself a way around you, and then for so many laps, so many restarts, you're right there on his back bumper trying to figure out a way to get this lead back away from him. Unfortunately, you come up one spot short, and you can't find the run you needed to beat that 19 right here this evening, but man, what a run and what a race that you two put on for us here all evening long at the front of the field.
Yeah, man, it was fun when we could actually race, but that's I kind of frustrated with that. I mean, I'm glad we got drivers in here, but I mean, why you wait till the next two races left to come and join? I mean, we could have had that all season long, and then when everybody gets in here, I mean, granted, we've all raced against everybody, but then I feel like everybody just lost track of how to race around each other at the same time. I mean, yeah, we don't race big blocks a whole lot. I mean, some of us do, or some of them do, and whatnot. It's very frustrating. It's hard to restart anyways at this track. It's hard to restart on the bottom at this track, and what because of one of the 27 cautions, your tires are cold and you got to get them hot and stuff like that. And I made a mistake on the bottom, and Massey capitalized on it. But if we didn't have 27 cautions, maybe that wouldn't have happened then. Maybe it would have. Who knows? But I don't know. I'm kind of frustrated with that. But I'm not taking anything away from Massey. He drove a hell of a race, and hell, it's hard to pass here when it's slick like that, and you just got to pick and choose your battles where you want to go. And obviously, I knew what line he was running. I wasn't going to run it. If you're going to pass him, you got to run something different. And I stayed committed pretty much the whole time to that line that I was running. And I got such a run going down the back straightaway. And when I hit my marks in 3 and 4, I could be right beside him coming out of turn 4 there, but just that little momentum he carried, and he did everything he was supposed to do. And I tried to give him our little door coming to the checker. At least we could be side by side, but he didn't want to do it. So, yeah, we'll take it, and we'll just move on. I guess. I mean, good points run. Obviously, should still be leading the points anyway. So, yeah, that's about it.
Beauty when it comes down to the championship, there's always in the back of your mind making sure that you finish off these races. Came down close to it though as he sent it in there on 3 and 4. He made a little bit of contact with Jamie, just trying to get him maybe up the racetrack a little bit, maybe open up the door there through 3 and 4 to take this win back away from him. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, but you're both able to hang on to it, and no major contact there as you're going to have to sell for position number 2 here in this one. But man, what a run and what a race. You guys put on a great show here all evening long for us, and as you said, you got to kind of run it where they're not, and we saw you moving around the racetrack a little bit. We saw Jamie, running the high side, run a little bit of a slider lane, trying to block that bottom side run there from you, but, we saw you on a lot of those restarts, able to stick right there with them. Just unfortunately looked like after maybe a lap or two, the tires starting to fall off just a little bit, and you faded back just ever so slightly, rolling that bottom lane there on the, 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, you definitely got some great runs down that back straightaway and able to close the gap up quite a few times there on that number 19 run.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, for sure. I mean, the track was really racy. I mean, usually it's locked down around the bottom, I would say, but I mean, you could move around a little bit, but you had to know what you was doing at the same time to do that. That's what me and Massey was talking about. It was a lot of fun from a driver's point when we could actually get some green flag laps, but it's hard for anybody to get a rhythm. You get the green and then you go around the track or halfway around the track and the damn caution comes out. I mean, like, there's no fun in that to me. I'm sorry. I mean, if we're gonna race, then let's race. If you want to just run caution laps and go run NASCAR heat or something, like, that's so irritating. But anyways, like I said, I mean, like Massey said, I am thankful he's putting this league on for us. I always say every week it's always fun driving different things every week, and it just shows what kind of drivers you truly have. Some guys, they'll run one thing like the UMPs and then never show back up because that's really all they want to run. But I mean, you see who's real and who's not, who stays committed to this thing over here, and who's good and who's not. And yeah, that's just plain and simple. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think me and Massey's the only two that's won races this season. Um, just because, I mean, hell, we like to run different cars, and it shows in the end.
Absolutely, as you guys jump behind the wheel here, these big block modifieds, you guys put on a show at the front of the field and put on a great battle here in this one as he settled there for position number 2. Keith, who would you like to thank for yet again another great run and strong performance here at Weedsport Speedway?
Yeah, man, just all the guys in NLR and House of Speed, Papa Mike, Mama Bear, two chicks in the crew, Tasha for letting me do this thing. Uh, 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 uh. I don't know, honestly. I don't do many interviews anymore. I don't run really a whole lot of leagues, and everybody knows who they are. And we'll just keep it short and simple. And thank you for doing a broadcast, a hell of a job, and Ty for putting this on.
Absolutely, Keith. Congrats on the second place run. Hopefully we'll see you back up here next week. Maybe right back up here in the broadcast booth, one spot better, and back up in victory lane yourself.
All right, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, you too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, Keith Hackney. Is Hackney coming home here in position number 2? We're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher, that number 51 ride, the Hot Lap Heroes machine. That is Jacob Lassiter coming home here in position number 3 as we're going to pull that 51 ride up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey, Jacob, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Take a copy.
Yeah, I got you, Aaron.
Jacob, man, what a run, what a race, man. Take us back through this one as you're right there inside the top 10 for all of this race. You slowly but surely work yourself up inside the top 5, and you work yourself up into that third position. You see Jamie Massey and Keith Hackney right there in front of you for so many of these restarts, trying to hang with them, but they were just so quick here this evening, and you had a lot of tough competition knocking on your back bumper, even though they were teammates for a lot of it with Dane Lloyd and Brandon Marlowe right there. You're playing a little bit of defense at the same time. It's trying to play some offense, and unfortunately just couldn't quite get up there and trying to make the move around the 91 right of Hackney or that 19 at Jamie Massey here in this one.
Yeah, they were a lot better for sure. Just when we think we'd get a good run, they'd pull away a little bit. So, but them two are pretty good at this, and they got high ratings, and so we were racing pretty much against our teammates tonight, and it was a lot of fun. When you got guys back there that is going to race you clean, and just hated we had a bunch of cautions. I think it was just a couple guys that just were making mistakes, and it's a tricky track here. I mean, it can produce some good racing. But also at the same time, it can be very difficult getting in, especially if we're around the mid pack trying to get in turn one. But other than that, I mean, it was a good race, and I think, like I said, when we were able to get some green flag runs, we were kind of just floating there in third and fourth and holding our own. But like I said, them two were definitely the class of the field.
Absolutely, as they were out in front here all evening long, but you're right there in tow for a lot of laps and a lot of those restarts. And as you said, this racetrack is a very, very tough track, and the series bringing in a lot of different cars, a lot of different racetracks, making things very difficult for the drivers. This is a very, very difficult racetrack. It's a very, racy track at certain times, but when it gets really slicked off, the tires start to fall off on these big block modifieds. And, drivers that normally don't run these things, normally see them in the late models or the street stocks, and not usually up here in the big block modifieds. It's a whole different ball game, and these things are like running on ice out there on the racetrack late in this race, and obviously a lot of caution flags being produced by that. Drivers just, getting onto the binders a little bit too much in front of them, and they slide in there a little bit too deep, and you just can't get onto the binders very quick in these things without spinning yourself out or just sliding into them continuously and not really being able to stay out of the car in front of you.
Yeah, man, it's right. You're right on that. It's a very technical track, and just takes a lot of patience. And like I said, when you've got a good group and you can have a good race, it makes the difference. But yeah, you're right. I mean, just different concentrations on here. It just takes different skill level, and some guys jump in these things and they've just been running street stocks, and it's a whole different animal. But that's how you learn, man. Everybody's on here to have fun and learn and get better. So, like I said, man, everybody's here trying to do the same thing, just have fun. But yeah, I mean, having your teammates behind you for sure helps you. Because I know when I go into turn one, I'm not going to get destroyed, and if I do, it's definitely an accident. So, but I wasn't worried about that at all. I just was trying to run my own race and try to get a podium.
Absolutely. Well, mission accomplished as you park it up here in position number 3. Jacob, congratulations on a great run. Who would you like to thank here for a good performance and a strong finish here at Weedsport Speedway?
I just got to thank all the guys at Team Hot Lap Heroes. Just awesome group to be a part of, and enjoy running with them when I can. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get on more and run with them. And but like I said, hats off to them guys, and all their help, and the ones that were in the race tonight. I think everybody had a good run. Everybody finished, I think, and so hats off to those guys. And 789 Designs, the wrap on the car, back screen, the Sud Shop, you for doing the broadcast. I hadn't actually got to run one of your races that you broadcasted, so it was pretty cool to come back in here and get to run a race that you broadcast. And I got to thank Ty and Matt for putting in the work to give us a place to race and something to do here on a Friday night. And just got to say shout out to the wife for taking care of the little one.
Absolutely. Well, Jacob, good to see you back out there on the racetrack, and good to see you up here in the broadcast booth. Hopefully we'll see you up here more and more throughout 2024. A good run here tonight in this one, and we look forward to seeing you back out there hopefully next week in the next race of these. I do believe we're running them on Thursdays, but we might be able to move them around and make it a little bit later so we can get more drivers in here and not have to worry about the time difference there and affecting the turnout of these races. So we might slide it to Wednesday, because I think I have Wednesdays open. So hopefully we'll see you back out here on the racetrack, back up here in the broadcast booth, and maybe back up here in Victory Lane on one of these PeaceMaker Gaming broadcasts here in the future.
Right on, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, Jacob Lassiter's. Jacob coming home here in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there out of that 51 machine, as we're going to get ready to pull in our ninth place finisher, Skylar Pruitt in the 96 ride. Skylar up 7 positions on the evening, coming home in position number 9 here, but he is the hard charger on the day, so we're going to get ready to pull Skylar up into the broadcast booth, as well as Matt Fletchell says, no, we don't want to listen to Skylar Pruitt. Mama Bear says, Aaron, once again, the best there is in the business. I appreciate you, Mama Bear, coming in, showing the love all evening long. Crew Scott Dell coming in as well, says woo, and with the big Ric Flair woo up in the chat as well, with the giddy up cowboy. Oh my gosh, giddy up cowboy Crews. All right, okay. As we're gonna get ready, we're gonna pull in Skylar Pruitt here for his post-race interview. Hey Skylar, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yeah.
Skylar, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. Up 7 positions here through all the carnage, all the mayhem around the racetrack. You're able to work yourself up inside the top 10 here, working yourself up into that hard charger position, man. Take us back through this race and how you were able to try to avoid a lot of the contact and a lot of the carnage and keep that car pointed in the right direction.
Well, as you heard in everybody else's speeches here, they were tired of the cautions and stuff, and start in the back. That's good for us. As long as you can keep your nose clean and get through it, that's one of the ways to move up on this track, because it's just so tight.
Absolutely. Definitely very, very tight racetrack. And a lot of these drivers, as we were saying, it's not something we normally see a lot of these guys behind the wheel of in these big block modifieds. And when you throw them, right into the fire here at Weedsport, such a tough racetrack, so slicked off here. 50 laps, a lot of tire fall off as well. Makes it for a very big handful for these drivers to try to hang on to these cars, keep them out of each other. And unfortunately, we saw the worst end of it here is normally we see the best end of it throughout, all these drivers, so many great talented drivers in the field here. Normally we don't see them making the mistakes that they made, but obviously with all the forces working against them here in this one, a lot of caution flags, a lot of contact, and somehow or another you're able to work yourself through a lot of it and keep that 96 ride in fairly good shape as you work up into that hard charger position.
Yeah, kind of exactly what Keith said. Not everybody doesn't run different cars. They kind of stick to 1 or 2 or 3. That's, definitely my case. Big blocks absolutely hate them. Don't run them much. But when Ty asked for people to come out and run this and grow this league a little bit, you kind of bite your tongue and come out and run it and support him. And I think that's kind of what a lot of people here did tonight. Sounds like the league's been kind of on the lower side for numbers, and a little bit of reach out, and look how many people we got. So it's not the strong suit for everybody, but people want to fill leagues, and it's you got to be thankful that all these people come out too and joined and made it somewhat fun. And I know the caution suck, they do. But at least a lot of people come out here to support the league and try to grow it a little bit as well on the bright side.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Skylar, another good run, another good race here for the 96 ride. Ty also says you won the best looking wrap award as well. I don't know what was going on with that wrap, but that one definitely caught me off by surprises. Normally, we see you in some pretty slick looking rides out there, and obviously you had a different one on this evening, and that thing was a little bit of a sight for sore eyes, that's for certain.
No, so I don't know. We are kind of having fun before this. Like I said, this isn't my strong suit. I absolutely hate these cars. So I got a good wrap guy. He's got all of our sponsors on it. But I figured we'd have a little bit of fun. I don't know how to make wraps. I literally went into trading paint and was trying to hurry up and come up with something a half hour before this started during practice and stuff. Just something to make everybody kind of chuckle a little bit when they seen it, and just have fun. That's what this is about, right?
Absolutely. It's always about having fun out there on the racetrack. As we got a couple people up in the chat, they're wondering if Tristan Grape is your dad. We're not sure, but we want to make sure that we do understand that Tristan Grape is your dad.
I hope Grape's watching this, because his mom got a present sent to her for Tristan, actually, and it said, "From your favorite hobby stock driver." So I think his mom's proved that I'm her favorite hobby stock driver now. But no, I beat him at Super Nationals. We beat him in the Race of Champions too. So I think I would have to say that I'm his daddy.
Absolutely, brother. Well, Skylar, a good run and a great finish here in this one. Who would you like to thank here for another great, strong performance on the racetrack?
Yeah, I got to thank you first and foremost for you doing this. This is awesome. Ty, we all wouldn't be here unless it was for Ty. Everybody over at Black Diamond Motorsports, can't thank them enough. Speed Ranch, Papa Mike Promotions, Mama Bear, the whole Dickinson family is really awesome. It's really nice to see what they do to support this. Yeah, that's about it.
Beauty. Well, Skylar, a good run and a great finish here in this one. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the next race. Hopefully right back up here in the broadcast booth. Maybe not for the hard charger, but maybe for a podium finish and maybe a victory here before the end of the series.
Yeah, hopefully Ty puts the time back a little bit. I know that's why I haven't been in much of these. So hopefully he moves the time back a little bit or whatever you guys can fit. But yeah, we plan on being in the next one for sure.
Absolutely, Skylar. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and congratulations picking up the Hard Charger Award here this evening.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. He says Tristan Grape is not his daddy, but he is Tristan's daddy after beating him at the Super Nats there at Boone Nationals. But, man, what a run, what a race, what a drive there for Skylar Pruitt coming up with the Hard Charger, picking up 7 positions on the racetrack with such a stout field of competition here in this one. Unfortunately, though, that is going to do it for us here for the evening. We got to get ready to rock and roll for a little bit of a nap time here for ourselves, as I got to wake up early in the morning and head into the shop and make sure things are good to go for the weekend down there, and do some running around, a lot of other stuff early on in the AM. So we're gonna go get some Z's and be back in action tomorrow for, I don't know what we're gonna get planned for tomorrow. We might do something different, might do some Fortnite or something, or some Call of Duty, or maybe finally hook up the steering wheel myself again. It's been a little while. It's collecting dust, set off to the side, but maybe we'll get the steering wheel hooked back up and we'll jump behind the wheel again tomorrow evening as well for a little bit of a little bit of New Year's surprise. Maybe Sunday we'll get some racing in, as well, as I don't think we have anything planned for Sunday either, so it'd be nice to get some things on. Moving it to Wednesdays if Peace is available. Probably Wednesdays. Wednesdays would probably work. I think for next week, but I think you have 2 weeks left, so I don't know about the next week after that, Ty. I know next week I am free on the Wednesday, but the week after that, we might have to go back to the Thursday, but I should be free on that Thursday, I do believe. I do believe this Thursday coming up is the final race for the Dirt Anarchy series. It has that series ends. The week after that, the DWRL League is starting back up on the Wednesday, and then I think the Thursday should be free, so you might have to do like a Wednesday next week and then a Thursday the next week after that. So should line up something like that. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Absolutely amazing race, absolutely amazing show. These guys put on a great run here for us all evening long. Even with the caution flags, man, it was some great racing action here and a lot of fun all evening long. Thank y'all for tuning in. Everyone coming in with the likes, the comments, the shares, everyone coming in, show them the love here all evening long. If you haven't already, make sure you jump over and show us some love on Twitch, as my boy Candyman09 coming in, dropping that follow over on the purple site, coming in, dropping that follow over there on Twitch. Make sure you check us out over on YouTube as well, as we're also live over on the red site. We actually just got partnered over on YouTube, so we just unlocked members over on YouTube. Very affordable prices. Become a member over there on YouTube. Be one of the very first members over there on the red site. Make sure you guys jump over there and check us out. Make sure you check out the different options you have to support us over on YouTube as we continue to grow on every single channel. But listen, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys all back here tomorrow for some sort of action. I don't know what we're going to get into, but we're going to be getting into something. We'll make some sort of trouble, some sort of noise up here in another awesome broadcast, and that'd be racing or Fortnite or whatever the heck we're going to be playing. We're going to be doing something, that's for certain. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys all back here tomorrow. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Oh, man, what a run, what a race, what a show. He's going to put on a wicked event here for us all evening long.
She take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger way over town that digs on me. She give me more but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead. She give me more when I'm in need. She give me more when I'm in need. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Yeah. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead. She give me more when I'm in need. She give me more when I'm in need. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Yeah, she give me more when I'm in need. She give me more when I'm in need. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. We want freedom. Yeah. She give me more when I'm in need. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead.